Hi, welcome to the latest episode of Coffee at Kunzum. And if you are at the Kunzum Travel Cafe, what better than talking about travel? And we have with us Mohit Poddar, IIT Delhi electrical engineer, tried his hands at various things, and then he realized travel is the best.
Right. It is.
Welcome to the
You
show.
know better than me.
Well, yeah, okay, in many ways. But I started much later,
I know.
right? So I hung on to my mechanical engineering degree for many more years than you did. And but hey, as long as we're traveling eventually, that's what matters, right?
It's never the right time. You can any time is the right time.
Yeah.
So-
But I missed out doing stuff that you are doing
Mhm.
in terms of your own personal travels.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm going to be emulating that in this lifetime. But your company is called Shoes on Loose.
Yeah.
Are you wearing them tight?
Yeah.
But why are
Very
they?
tight.
Okay.
Should I lose them?
No, it's okay. So let me understand. You went cycling to Ladakh.
Yeah. I know a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
And it's not something very new, but it was really a journey that changed my life in many ways.
How do you cycle to Ladakh?
Before cycling to Ladakh, I did like 2-3 years of cycling around in US, Europe, and
Okay.
I did cycling in Kashmir as well.
Okay.
So those trips helped me prepare for this one much better.
Okay.
So I was very much prepared for the Ladakh trip.
Okay.
So it's something that comes from within. Like you want to do something, and I did this alone more than.
You were out there on your own.
Yeah, I did this alone. The whole cycling trip was solo. I did find many bicyclists on the way, but none of them could stick with me for long. I should put it that way, because I was completely on my own journey.
By the way, I have a friend. He went cycling to Ladakh
Mhm.
with his wife, and they camped at Moreh Plains.
Mhm.
And guess when they went for their honeymoon?
That's
Okay.
something that I would want to do. Let's see.
Okay, so you'll have to find the right girl for that, right? Who'll be willing to do the same. So tell me something. First things first.
Mhm.
Cycling to a terrain like Ladakh,
Mhm.
is it only about fitness or is it about your mental grit?
It's more of a mental grit, and of course the fitness follows, because we all know high altitude the air is thin. You need to
Mhm.
be prepared for it. And
Okay.
it cannot be your first trip to Ladakh.
Okay.
I've been to Ladakh twice before.
Yeah.
Once I took the flight,
Yeah.
which wasn't great because then I had to rest for 2 days. So
Sure.
next time I went in a car.
Okay.
So you gain the height gradually. And when you cycle down to Ladakh, you are almost a Ladakhi.
Okay.
I was fitter than the people out there when I was there.
Okay.
When I reached Ladakh, I was fitter than the people out there, because I had gained that altitude slowly. I
Okay.
had built my stamina.
Okay.
It was a cakewalk for me in Leh.
Okay.
And cycling to Khardumla wasn't that difficult for me. But when people go there and cycle around or do something
Mhm.
physical, it's a lot more difficult.
Okay.
So preparing for it, it's not very difficult. I mean, you should just keep yourself fit by cycling or running for 20-30 minutes thrice or 4 times a week,
Okay.
and pay attention to your diet. And of course,
And you'll be sorted.
yeah, you'll be sorted. And you should be good on your cycling seat. You shouldn't be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
And what kind of a cycle did you take?
I had a very basic mountain bike, like
Okay.
3700T, which has been with me throughout.
Okay.
I got so attached to that cycle that I started traveling with it. The idea was, I went to US for three months.
Sure.
I bought it. I thought I would sell it,
Okay.
but it became a part of me, so I had to get it back.
Like your pet dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's still with me.
Okay.
And I have had amazing experiences on it. The first cycling trip I went on, the chain snapped off.
Okay.
And I was in the remotest part of Kashmir. So
Okay.
it was near on the border of Kishtwar and Kashmir. I was.
Okay.
So I took a stone and beat down the chain.
Okay.
And, like, it remained with me for the next 6 months. And then after 6 months, I was like, one day looking back at my trip, writing about that trip somewhere.
Yeah.
And I realized the chain had broken.
Okay.
So I need to get changed.
Okay.
So cycle is something that you get attached to. I mean, if you are really in for it, a lot of experiences you have with your bike.
And what all did you pack or can you pack on the cycle and on yourself?
So there are 2 ways of doing it. One is having a support vehicle if you're not very sure and if you're a big group. So
Yeah.
initially we did a lot of trips with a support vehicle.
Okay.
So I would suggest that initially if you're a newbie and you're having these doubts,
Yeah.
you should try and rope in 2-3 people with like like mindset, and there are a lot of trips which keep happening.
Okay.
You can get on Choose on Lose or
Okay.
and
yeah, we allow that shameless plug.
No, not really. But it really has to be because life out there is dangerous. I mean, it can be dangerous if you're not well prepared for it, or if you don't know about your body.
So dangerous from a people point of view or from the
environment
point of view?
From environment point of view, because there's no medical evacuation possible as such if you get hurt. Because I have fallen down from my bicycle multiple times.
Okay.
So you need how to fall from a cycle.
Okay.
I even have a great picture. I can share it with you.
Oh, you should.
Falling down from my bicycle.
Okay.
So one photographer clicked it, and she was kind enough to like mail it to me.
Wow. Okay.
So you do fall from a bicycle, you do get lack of oxygen does hit your head.
Yeah.
The cold does hit you. And touch wood, I've had very good weather conditions whenever I've been out cycling.
Yep.
In August I went to Kashmir, and everybody said that I must be crazy to go there in August. But it was the last day that we faced rainfall.
So have you been to these remote areas like Ladakh and Kashmir without any support or company?
Yeah. All these trips that I'm talking about have been without support. For the last 2 years, I've been cycling without support. But before that, I went to Spiti.
So what happens if you break a chain, you have a puncture, you hurt yourself? How much can you carry with you, right, for first aid or to fix up things? Can you carry everything?
Yeah. It's not. You get things which are pretty much to the point for cycling trips.
Okay.
And you get pannier bags which you can tie at the back of your bike and the front of your bike. And of course, you don't have space for clothes. If you're a fashion freak, if you want your pictures to be clicked in 10 different clothes, then you need to think about something like a support vehicle. But otherwise, I think cycle has enough place to carry your stuff.
Okay. So
I carry my tent, I carry my own sleeping bag. And one of the trips that we went alpine style, we just had one backpack and I had everything.
Okay.
From puncture kit to spare tubes to filling pump to all our like gear to protect ourselves. Like we were having these. That was our first solo biking trip, so I was very conscious. I had these knee caps and arm caps to protect me, and always wear a helmet, of course. That goes without saying. Helmet is a must. And you get a lot of amazing stuff in India as well nowadays, like body tight, cycling clothes. Those things help you a lot, your muscles a lot.
So if you don't carry a change, and by the time you reach civilization, do people need to find smelling salts around you?
Kind of. No. You have one change of clothes. We generally just, wherever we found water and the weather was good, we just took a dip. And that became risky because in Kashmir, me and Arunesh, my cycling partner, we both got allergy to something. So our whole body was spotted with like red dots. So we did that, and but it wasn't that bad. I would say you can do it. I mean, you need to be well prepared. That's what I'm saying.
What's on a cycling trip like that? What's the memory that every time you think about that trip? What are the memories that come back instantly?
I think the people, more than any place, any scene, any kind of picturesque memory, the people I met.
See, people you'll meet no matter how you travel. I'm saying from a cycling point of view, the cycling trip point of view, what was it that comes back every time that you did that on the cycle, and that's what's so memorable?
That's what people gel to you in a different way. When you're on a cycle, you miss out on a lot of people. You probably reach a destination too quickly. And when you're on a cycle, people do come up to you, kind of saying, why are you doing this to yourself? Is the government sponsoring you? Are you in a government project? That's the first thing I hear. When I tell them I'm just traveling around, they think that their first thought is I'm lying. And then when I convince them that I'm really doing this for myself, they think I'm mad. And finally, when I live with them, they get to know a little bit of what I'm looking for, and you get amazing stories from them after that. You connect with them in a different way. Because they can see that you are a different person, and you're not the regular person who has come to Kashmir or Ladakh to tour around and just meet people, click a picture of them with them, and just go back.
So when are you next on the cycle in a challenging terrain? What's your next one?
I think I'll probably do Ladakh again.
You keep going back there.
Yeah, nothing stops me from getting there. And the thing is, I want to go on a cycle there because again, I want to be fitter than the Ladakhi when I reach.
Awesome. But you get coffee there?
Yeah.
But let's have some coffee here.
Sure.
Thanks for being on the show. and we'll keep talking travel with you and so many of our other guests here.
Fine.
Thanks, Mohit.
Thank you.